All this week in our Big I segment, every day we do a big idea that makes things better. We're going to be looking at some of the ideas, products, inventions out there that could help the response to the Gulf oil disaster. Now, today is something called X-Tex. It's a material that basically loves oil and is indifferent to water, so it soaks up the oil and lets the sea slip right through. Get this, it can be infused with oil-eating microbes to boost its stopping power. I'm joined now by Sam Bates. He's with X-Tex, and he can talk to me a little bit about this. Sam, tell me what this is. First of all, you're joining us from, where are you?
We're actually at Pensacola Beach, but I just wanted to correct you. I'm actually with Ultratech International.
Okay.
X-Tex is the name of our proprietary absorbent material.
I got it. So the company is Ultratech. And
yes,
tell me, okay,
correct.
so tell me, I gave a sort of a rudimentary explanation of this, but tell me what it is.
Well, I'll tell you, and I can show you the fabric here. Very much looks like a carpet fiber. And the big difference between our X-Tex material and a typical oil-only absorbent is that this is hydrophilic, okay? So it's actually water attracting. So the water is going to filter through the fabric. At the same time, the particles are going to hold on to any hydrocarbon present. So it's going to take all the oil out of the water, but allow the water to freely pass through the material.
And where do you put that to get that all to work?
Well, again, we've been working with X-Tex for over a decade in various environmental products. What we've come up with is an idea for an X-Tex fence, in essence like a silt fence for the water. As you can see here, we've got it on fence posts, and of course this isn't contractor grade. And this is deployed off the beach or in front of a marsh, estuary, etc. You can knock in the posts, and this is going to keep it stable. This is going to capture any oil that comes in with the tide, with the waves, etc. And actually in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, we've already started deploying the silt fence.
Yeah, you've been, and this is, BP is interested in this. This is one of the examples of an idea that BP is actually using. They're funding that.
That they are funding it, that is correct. Work began on this last week.
Now, is any of the oil...
In the bigger...
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say the bigger picture, too, above and beyond the X-Tex is actually our oil-eating microbe, as you mentioned. We can infuse the X-Tex with the microbes, and those are going to work to eradicate the oil as it contacts the X-Tex material.
Okay, so explain that to me. So you're capturing the oil, the water's flowing through, this thing is attracting the oil, and then you've got these microbes. What is that? They start working on the oil?
They do. Actually, the microbes will reside within the pores within the fabric, microscopic level. So they're going to be infused in that fabric, and they start eating that oil immediately, and they start replicating. Now, the microbes can also be deployed open ocean. We've deployed these in previous Gulf incidents. It's proven. We're actually on the EPA, or I should say we're registered with the EPA. So this is approved for use. You know, everyone knows about it, but it hasn't been specifically used in the Gulf to date.
What do you do with the oil that's collected? I get the microbes will try and eat some of it up, but this thing takes about, what did I read it was about 20 times its own weight in oil will be collected, but at some point it's going to be logged with oil. What do you do with it?
That's correct. You can actually take the X-Tex fabric off, if you have it floating, if you have it on the fence, you can wring it out and actually reclaim 80% of the oil that's been absorbed and then redeploy the product.
Are you in a position there, Sam, to give me a demo of how this works?
I am. Actually, we've got it set up right here. As you can see, we have our X-Tex on top of a polyethylene tub here. And what we're going to do is put motor oil, this is used motor oil, by the way,
right,
in water. And then we're going to take that and we're going to pour this over the X-Tex fabric. And I'm actually going to have a glass here to capture the water underneath.
Wow.
That's fine.
That looks, wow.
And as you can see, look at that. Crystal clear. And you can see the X-Tex fabric here, it's captured all the oil.
Wow.
100%.
And then, so you take that oil that's captured in the X-Tex, you can, on a larger scale, you can squeeze it out, they can try and reclaim that oil, and the X-Tex, the fabric there, can be infused with microbes which will help some of that oil. What will that do? That'll eat some of it up?
It does. It actually consumes all the hydrocarbons that are present. And what happens is the byproduct is a fatty acid, so in essence, fish food. We've actually done an experiment where we had goldfish in a tank. We had oil floating on top, and then we put our microbes in there. And you can see the goldfish actually start eating the fatty acids as they're drop off.
I don't want you drinking that water that you just poured into it, but that looks pretty clear.
Actually, I think that's seawater. Otherwise, I probably would drink that.
Interesting. I want to ask you, Sam, can you do one more of those? Do you have enough oil that you could do another one of those? I just want my viewers to see that one more time. This is incredible. This is something that is being...
We're going to do one more.
BP has got a trial of this going on in Mississippi, in Ocean Shores, Mississippi. This is a fabric that can be put in at the at the entrance to an estuary, so it can capture, or some body of water, it can capture that oil coming in and separate the oil. It holds the oil back. Watch this. Let's just take a quick look at this again. That's oil and water being put onto this fabric, and then there's a glass at the bottom that's collecting the water. So the water goes through, seawater goes through, the oil is held by that fabric, and that's what it comes out at. Now, you've got this as an experiment. How widely can this be deployed, Sam?
Well, we have the capabilities, and of course we can always ramp up, but right now we can create about 120 miles or so of this X-Tex fabric. And again, of course, our production can be ramped up to meet the need. Okay,
that's incredible. I'm glad that we got you on here to talk about this. Sam Bates of Ultratech, and we're going to keep on talking about solutions like this. But if people have solutions like this, please just let us know at CNN. We'll make sure that we get the word through. Sam Bates, thanks very much for joining us. Good luck. I hope that contributes to the cleanup.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right.